Hello, welcome to the Villages, Florida. My name is David. I'm a realtor here with Florida Realty Investments, and this is our weekly look at the real estate market here in the Villages, Florida. First, I'd like to mention that this information is from the external MLS. It does not include the Villages' internal VLS system. The other thing I'd like to mention is to ask you to please check the date. We produce this show every Monday. Make sure you're watching the most recent information. And once again, my name is David, and I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. So let's begin. As usual, we begin with listings. These are all homes for sale in the Villages, Florida as of June 6, 2022, and they range in price from $195,000 to almost $2.5 million. The thing to notice as we look at this graph, which goes back to the beginning of April, is that the number of listings has increased by about 75% since then and looks like it's continuing to increase. We can examine the listings in more detail. What this table shows us is how many homes are for sale in each price range. This week, in the most popular price range, which is $300,000 to $400,000, there are 54 homes for sale. Last week there were 51, previous week 47, and so on. Similarly, in the $400,000 to $500,000 price range, this week there are 45 homes for sale. Last week 39, and the week prior 34. It's interesting to note that in almost all price segments, the number of homes for sale continues to increase. We can also look at the listing price per square foot, which shows us the average listing price per square foot for all listings currently on the market here in the Villages. You can see that after the exuberance of mid-April, when prices looked like they were heading over $300 a square foot, we're now back below 300 a foot. This map shows us all homes that are currently listed for sale in the Villages as of June 6, 2022. We'll turn our attention to new listings. This shows us, going back to the middle of April, how many new listings have entered the market over the prior 7-day period. And you can see that it's remained fairly constant. It's varied between about 25 and 40, currently sitting at 35. If we examine this table, we can see how many new listings and in which price segments they appear. For example, in the most popular price segment of $300,000 to $400,000 this week, the previous 7 days has seen 12 new listings. Prior to that, the previous 7 days was 16, and prior to that, 10. Feel free to pause this video at any time if there's any information you need to review. If we take a look at this map, we see the location for these new listings. Next, we'll take a look at how many homes have sold over the previous 7 days. You can see that we do seem to be seeing a decrease, although that is to be expected seasonally. Over the last 7 days, ending today, Monday, June the 6th, there have been 33 homes that sold. Last week, the previous 7 days saw 36, and the week prior to that saw 52. This table shows us in what price segments these sales were located. Once again, as you would expect, the most active price segment here in the Villages is in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range. This graph gives us greater insight into the price per square foot on sold properties over the last 7 days. For the 7 days ending June 6, 2022, the average price per square foot for sold properties in the Villages was $263 a square foot. And it appears that the price has remained at around $260 to $265 a square foot since the middle of April. We can also take a look at this map, which shows us the locations of the sales over the last 7 days. It's also interesting to look at time on market. This is a look at all listings currently on the market in the Villages and what the average time on the market is. You can see that we've gradually been increasing from about 24 days at the beginning of April to almost 30 days now. I've saved something new for the end today. This shows us the original price versus the sold price, and this is for the last year from July of 2021 through June of 2022. The green bar shows us the original price, the median of the original prices, and the blue bar shows us the median of the sales prices. And you can see that the enthusiasm for increase in asking prices has not been matched by an increase in sales prices recently. Once again, my name is David, and I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. If you have any questions on real estate in the Villages or its proximity, I'll be happy to answer them for you. If I don't have an answer, I will research to find an answer for you. Once again, David at DavidisinFlorida at gmail.com. Hope to hear from you. Take care.